North Carolina was one of 5 states we had warned for having dirty election rolls in this most recent notice set that we had sent out based on this most recent study in 2019. The other states are California, still major issues in California, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Colorado. Now, I think Colorado, for instance, has vote by mail. How on earth do they have vote by mail with such dirty voting lists is beyond me, which raises a next issue. So I told you at least 2.5 million dirty names on the rolls. Well, the left is what is the left doing? They're using the pretext. Again, it's the pretext because they've always wanted to do this. They're using the pretext of the coronavirus crisis to push for a radical overhaul of our election system in a way that would undermine election integrity in ways that I think would basically upend and blow up the November 2020 presidential elections. They're saying that every state has to have vote by mail and ballot harvesting. Now, when you have vote by mail, it means, and they're under their rubric, is that everyone on the voting list, and maybe people not even on the voting list, the registration list, gets a ballot and gets to send it back in. Well, besides the kind of the practicalities of changing a system like that, or changing or requiring states to change the voting system like that, I just told you the voting lists are a mess across the country. So what they're doing is they're sending your ballots to people who ought not to be on the list at all. They either are dead or moved away. That's an opportunity for voting fraud. And on top of that, they would have the ballot harvesters go through, bang on doors, knock on doors, and collect ballots, which obviously also is an opportunity for not only voter fraud, but voter intimidation. Now, and it would also, because they've got such a crazed hatred of voter ID, this vote by mail system that Pelosi and Hillary Clinton are promoting, the left is just fanatic on this. When you look to see who is pushing this, it's the whole spectrum of the left and far left and their political leadership. And those of us defending it on the right, on the conservative side, I don't even consider it a right-left issue. Because if you're a leftist Democrat trying to take on an incumbent in a corrupt jurisdiction, a voter fraud can keep you from getting traction as well, that's for sure. So, but those of us standing for the rule of law, we're just few and far between. And of course, we're happy to do all the heavy lifting here. There's another group out there run by our friend Christian Adams that does some litigation like this as well. But other than that, nothing. Justice Department is largely AWOL on this. They've done a little bit of work. They intervened in our Kentucky case, for instance, but I'm not aware of anything significant.
Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all the latest news from Judicial Watch.